bringing you some boys basketball tonight on this late January evening, and it is the district boys basketball opener for the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers are going to be taking on the Moriarty High School Pintos. The Pintos coming in tonight with a record of 5 wins and 8 losses under Coach Caleb Insignes. So the Pintos been a little bit up and down for them. They did win on their most recent outing. That was back on the 16th. They knocked off East Mountain, but had lost 5 of their previous 6 before that. The only win there coming against Class AA McCurdy, and that was back on January the 11th, but been a little slim pickings for the Moriarty Pintos. Meanwhile, for the Hilltopper boys basketball team, a lot of shakeup going on. The Toppers have a new head coach, DJ Bustos. He takes over for Benito Maestas mid-season. Also had several roster changes over the last couple of weeks. And so the Toppers trying to find their footing again. They are 5-9, but have won 2 straight contests heading into tonight's district game against the Pintos. The Toppers knocked off the Aztec Tigers back on Friday, and then on Saturday defeated Maya Mura. Both of those games on the road, by the way. Toppers topping Aztec 77-63 up in the Four Corners, and in Gallup knocked off Maya Mura handily, winning that game 61-44. So the Toppers on a little bit of a streak, but like I said, been a little slim pickings most of this year. The Toppers actually won their season opener against a very tough Bernalillo squad and won that game handily, but went on to lose 5 straight after that. Only one, maybe 2 of those games was particularly close, and since then had lost 3 straight before their winning streak. We're going to have the national anthem right now. We will be back in just a moment to bring you a Hilltopper basketball. And we are back here and live at Griffith Gymnasium. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel and live broadcast of Hilltopper Boys basketball. So good crowd for this district opener tonight between the Pintos and the Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers will start things off on the floor this evening with Nico Garcia, a 6-foot senior. Number 2, Luke Archuleta, a 6'2" senior. Lan Frazier, he is a sophomore. And Josiah Fresquez is a junior. And also starting for the Toppers tonight, Ethan Mondragon, he is a junior. So right off the bat, a steal and a bucket by Josiah Fresquez coming back the other way. Toppers up 2-0, just underway here in the first quarter. We'll get to the Moriarty players just here in a moment. As a nice move on and a nice short jumper hit by the Pintos. That coming from Jakeem Graham. He is a senior forward, 6'4". The scouting report on the Pintos is they do have some decent height, and I can tell you that is in fact the case. They have about 5 players on the roster listed at 6'2" or above, including Greg, 6'4", and Jonathan Buchelman, a senior who is 6'7". Buchelman not starting this contest tonight. Toppers with the ball just about a minute into the first quarter, 2-2 ball game. Toppers and the Pintos. Toppers in their home whites with green trim, and the Pintos in their away road colors, light green and white trim. As going straight to the basket is Luke Archuleta, and a little left-handed layup is good. That gives Toppers a 2-point advantage, 6:30 to go. As the Pintos 3-pointers off, they get their own rebound and coming back the other way with a nice rebound going way up is Fresquez. He's going to get the ball over to Garcia. Garcia in the right corner, 3-pointer is off. And we're going to have a foul under the basket on the rebound. That's going to go to Ethan Mondragon. So the Pintos will inbound it. Toppers with some token pressure, but the Pintos, well, they're still in the backcourt and don't seem to be in much of a hurry. Just get it across the timeline, beating the 10 count. 6 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. Toppers up by a bucket, 4-2. The Pintos moving from left to right in this first quarter and throw the ball away. For the Pintos, Jordan Brown trying to get the ball to Aiden Pacheco. Pacheco stepped toward the basket and could only get his right hand on it before it went out of bounds. Turnover to the Toppers, up by a bucket. Garcia in the corner now resets, gets the ball back up to to Josiah Fresquez, and Fresquez gets a ball underneath to Lan Frazier, and Frazier lays it in for 2. Toppers up 6-2, 5:20 remaining in the first. And ball is under the basket. The Pintos having trouble finding the handle on it. Graham trying to find the handle. He got it knocked away from him, and we're going to have a foul on the floor, and I think that's going to go to Moriarty. And that foul goes to Jordan Brown. That is his first personal, second team foul of the quarter. And timeout on the floor called by Moriarty, called by Caleb Encinas. 30-second timeout as the teams come right back. So pretty good looking start here for the Toppers. And they will get the ball underneath their own basket after the foul and the timeout. And walking up the floor for Los Alamos is Ethan Mondragon. He gets the ball back to Garcia and now back to Archuleta in the corner. So Toppers still in the corner, and Josiah Fresquez with a long three. That is off. Rebound goes to Moriarty. Moriarty coming back the other way, left to right. And a long three-pointer. That is way off, but another Moriarty rebound. And working it down, taking a short jumper downstairs is Jordan Brown. He misses, but Aiden Pacheco gets a rebound. He puts in a short jumper off the glass, and he is fouled. So Pacheco will go to the line after the bucket. 4:43 remaining, and his three-point attempt is good. The Pintos cut it to a 6-5 edge. 4:35 remaining in this first quarter. Toppers moving from right to left, and they are really working the ball into that right corner. Four guys on the right side of the court. The only Frazier on the left side. Long three-pointer by Garcia is off. Loose ball picked up by Los Alamos. Los Alamos puts it back up again, and a jumper from the left side by Mondragon is off. Moriarty with the rebound. 6-5 ball game, and we are at the halfway point. Near steal by Fresquez, but instead the ball gets down to Graham, and Graham, the 6'4" forward for the Pintos, lays it in easily. Pintos take a 7-6 advantage here. 3:40 remaining. Now Lan Frazier coming down the baseline from the left side. He was wide open, but could not get his short layup to drop. Did not use the glass. Tried to go off the rim, and that one rolled off the rim. Ball out of bounds to Moriarty. Toppers with pressure on the inbound, but broken by Moriarty. Moriarty, a couple of shots. They're off. A third offensive rebound, and then Graham crashing the boards. He puts it up. Actually, his shot's off, but then a follow-up by Moriarty goes good. And the Pintos have a 9-6 edge. And now Los Alamos wants to talk things over. DJ Bustos, I'm certain, in the huddle talking about the complete domination so far by the Pintos off the boards. The Pintos have got, just in about 5 minutes, have got to have close to 10 offensive rebounds. They have just been absolutely owning the offensive glass. So Toppers break huddle, the Pintos break huddle. Neither team much in the mood to substitute. As coming down, token pressure by the Pintos, easily broken by Los Alamos. Garcia tries to get under the basket. A shot partially blocked. Goes up again. And throws up kind of a wild shot. It does go off of Moriarty. Toppers will retain possession underneath their own basket. Now coming in, Ben McBride for Los Alamos, the 6'6" senior. And Garcia for 3 points on the right side. And that ties the game up at 9 apiece, 2:40 remaining. Nice shot there by Nico. Didn't have a whole lot of room either. Pretty good defense, but Nico able to knock it through. Rebound by Los Alamos off a miss and a way down baseball pass, and that bucket is good. Josiah Fresquez, and he is fouled on the way in, so he will have a chance for a three-point play as well, as the Toppers take an 11-9 lead. Fresquez, the junior at the line, and his three-pointer rattles and comes off. Rebounded by Graham. Quick three-pointer on the other side is way off, but Graham once again with another offensive rebound for the Pintos. 11-9 ball game, 2:15 remaining in this first quarter. Pintos motion at the top of the key. And a nice move to the basket by Moriarty, and that was Evan Pacheco with a left-handed layup. 11-11 ball game. Quickly trying to find Palmer under the basket or the toppers, but that is off. Excuse me, that was McBride. And Pintos with the rebound. Pintos, like I said, have just owned the board so far in this first quarter. Ball nearly thrown away, but picked up by Moriarty. Just in front of the sideline, short jumper is good by Aiden Pacheco. 13-11 ball game in favor of the Pintos. Long pass goes off of the forehead of Frazier. Turnover back to Moriarty. Moriarty with the layup attempt. That is off, but it's going to go out of bounds off of Los Alamos. The long pass, and Frazier couldn't find it in time, and that went right off of his forehead. Turnover going back to Moriarty. The Pintos now in the corner. Three-pointer from the corner is good. And that was Aiden Pacheco in the deep right corner for three. 16-11 ball game. Under a minute to play in the quarter. Garcia locks and loads once again on the right side. That right wing, that is his favorite spot on the floor, and that is good. 16-14, the Pintos lead. Turnover by Los Alamos in Moriarty territory, coming back the other way. Garcia leading the break, and he throws up a runner, and it is good. And we're tied at 16, 25 seconds remaining. Pintos long pass down the court. And a drive to the bucket, partially blocked by McBride. Goes back to Los Alamos. Lan Frazier, however, can hang on. And nearly stolen away by the Pintos. Going to the floor for the Pintos is Isaiah Quintana, but he slides out of bounds with the ball in his arms. 14 seconds remaining in this first quarter. 16-16 ball game. Topper's going to play for one shot here. And bringing it down is Mondragon. Mondragon now trying to get it to Garcia in the left corner. No, the Toppers are not going to get a shot off here at the end. Garcia got trapped in the corner. Pretty good defense by the Pintos. Had to try to kick it out to back out to Ethan Mondragon, and that was too late. Mondragon with not enough time to get the shot off. 16-16 ball game after one quarter of play. So the big story of that first quarter is the rebounding edge by the Pintos. Had easily double-digit offensive rebounds. The Toppers able to quell that a little bit maybe in the last couple of minutes of the quarter, but 3, 4, 5 chances for the Pintos on several different possessions. And so the Pintos were able to take advantage of all those second, third, and fourth chances and put in a couple of big buckets. But Nico Garcia coming back for the Toppers, hit a couple of big threes. Toppers also with a nice three-point play late in the quarter. Coming from Josiah Fresquez, that was off a long pass from Garcia. Garcia had himself a nice game. District opener for both teams. Toppers come get the ball to start this second quarter. And Toppers, Fresquez trying to make a move, finds Garcia on the corner on the wing. And that is off. And then, wow, Luke Archuleta in the tall tree. He's got the offensive rebound and threw up almost a sky hook, almost a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sky hook, and he gets that to go. 18-16, Toppers up by 2 now. We're going to have a foul on the floor. And I think that's going to go to Mondragon on a reach. And that is correct. So that is the first team foul of the quarter. Just underway here in this second quarter. Toppers up by a bucket. And a quick three-pointer by Moriarty. And that is for the Pintos. That is Aiden Pacheco, and he rattles home a three-pointer. 1 point lead for Moriarty. Garcia coming across. A quick throw into Frazier in the corner, but Archuleta there off the miss for the rebound. Another three-pointer by Los Alamos. That is off. Frazier with a nice rebound on the weak side. But Toppers cannot take advantage of that. 19-18 in favor of Moriarty. 6:40 remaining in this first half. Graham standing at the free throw line. Garcia all over him. Toppers in a 2-3 zone, and the Pintos just throwing the ball all over the place kind of randomly. I'm not seeing a whole lot of offensive strategy there. Turnover goes to Los Alamos, with the Pintos up by 1. Toppers three-pointer is off, but another offensive rebound. That one going into Archuleta with a rebound assist by Frazier. Another miss by Los Alamos, and that goes back to Moriarty. Ball knocked out of bounds. That will stay Moriarty's possession about halfway down into Moriarty territory. Under 6 minutes remaining. And with the ball, Ellie McCrane, and he gives the ball up to Aiden Pacheco. Pacheco on the left side. And Graham fighting for position against Archuleta. Archuleta doing a real good job, and Archuleta with another rebound. That is his third rebound of the quarter, and a laser shot to Lan Frazier. Lan Frazier running the baseline, and he's fed a beautiful, beautiful pass, and he puts it in for 2. Toppers up by 1, 20-19. And another 3 by Moriarty is off. Rebound goes to Fresquez. Fresquez coast to coast, and he gets the shooter's roll on the layup attempt. 22-19, and Fresquez knocks the ball away again in Moriarty territory, nearly coming up with a steal, but that rolls out of bounds. So Fresquez with a couple of big plays back-to-back for Los Alamos. Moriarty will keep possession. Toppers with some full court pressure now. Well, Pintos pass around it and momentarily knocked away, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. Ball knocked away from Jordan Brown, but we're going to have a foul on Los Alamos, it looks like. That's going to go to Mondragon, and that's going to be his third. No, that does not go to Ethan Mondragon. That goes to Calvin Cisneros, sophomore off the bench. And that is his first. That is the second team foul of the quarter. Moriarty does not have a foul in this quarter. So Graham at the top of the key gives it up to the wing. And three-pointer from the wing is off, but Graham with the offensive board. So Graham 6'4", and he is using every inch of that height. And ball is knocked away and out of bounds. That'll stay Moriarty's possession. 4:13 remaining in the quarter. 22-19 ball game in favor of Los Alamos. Both teams looking for their first district win and trying to get their district season going as Graham power move to the bucket, and he lays it in for 2. That cuts the Topper lead to 1. Nico Garcia way back on the other end. He misses. Luke Archuleta with the rebound. And then Garcia with an offensive rebound on Archuleta's miss. Toppers retain possession, under 4 minutes to play. Toppers moving from right to left and working the ball around the perimeter. Mondragon from a three from a corner, and that is good from the left corner. Ethan Mondragon, and he buries it, nothing but net. Toppers come back with full court pressure that is broken by Moriarty. 3:15 remaining in the quarter. Toppers up by 4. And Mondragon gets away a little bit with a reach there. He's already got 2 fouls. And that shot is up by Moriarty. 3-pointer is off. Toppers coming back the other way, right to left. And then, wow, what a move. Quick move by Josiah Fresquez. Saw some daylight in the going down the lane. So he turns on the jets. He goes down the lane for a layup, and he is also going to get fouled. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor here. So when we come back from the timeout, Josiah Fresquez will be at the free throw line attempting his second 3-point play of this contest. This is a full timeout called by the Moriarty Pintos. So we want to thank you for listening, the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. Of course, we want to thank our sponsors, the Los Alamos Fire Department, the Los Alamos Police Department, the University of New Mexico at Los Alamos, and the Los Alamos Public Schools Credit Union. Thank you very much for your support of Hilltopper basketball. 27-21 ball game, 6-point lead for Los Alamos as we head toward the halftime break. Like I said, both teams have come in with sub 500 records. The Toppers have won 2 in a row under Bustos, and it's trying to get things going here as we head into the district season. So Toppers knocking off Aztec and Mayamura in recent days. After tonight, Los Alamos has 3 straight non-district contests and 3 tough ones against Rio Rancho, Valencia, and Bernalillo. They come back February 1st, and they will be in the Valley to take on the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. Fresquez going to the line with 2:56 remaining. Toppers do not send anybody to the line or to anybody to get the rebound, and Fresquez is good. 28-21. Toppers up by 7 under 3 minutes to play in this first half. And the Pintos are going to get a foul. It looks like it's going to be on the floor. And that is going to go to Josiah Fresquez. That is his first. That is the 3rd foul of the quarter for Los Alamos. After 5 fouls, the teams get into the bonus. So Moriarty still have not been able to really penetrate much in this game. Toppers playing pretty good around the lane. They have gotten a couple of 3-pointers, but it's kind of been slim pickings outside of Graham. Now give and go to Graham, and Graham's going to get fouled on his way to the basket. Let's see who is going to pick up that foul. And that foul is on Josiah Fresquez. That's his second foul. And that is going to be on Fresquez. That'll be his second. So Jakeem Graham to the foul line. First attempts of the night for him. Nice looking free throw on his first attempt. 28-22 ball game, under 2:20 to play. Graham 6'4", senior forward, and his second shot also good. 28-23, Toppers lead by 5 points as we get close to the 2-minute mark of this second quarter. Archuleta with a nice move. He goes off the window. That is off. And then Garcia with the rebound, but he is stripped on the way up. Good clean strip by Jordan Brown. Ball ends up on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball, and alternating possession will go to Moriarty. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Toppers up by 5. Moriarty moving left to right. And looking for a screen is Evan Pacheco. He doesn't get much of one. Puts up a short jumper that is off. On the rebound, we're going to have a foul. Looks like on Moriarty. That's going to go to Isaiah Quintana. That'll be his second team foul as we're under 1:45 remaining in this quarter. Fresquez slowly bringing the ball up the court. And wow, nice move. Drives into the lane, stops on a dime, and turnaround jumper is good for Fresquez. He's having himself a very nice second quarter for the Toppers. 30-23 ball game. And that shot is off. Three-point attempt by Moriarty is off. We're going to have a foul on the floor, it looks like. No, they're just going to say Lozano stepped on the line. So the ball will stay with the Pintos. Pintos wide open in the corner is Brown. That one's off. Nobody got on him to challenge him, but he could not come up with the three. Toppers coming back the other way, and Garcia forces up a shot from the lane, and he gets that to drop off the window. 32-23. Toppers up by 9. Their biggest lead of the ball game. Under 40 seconds to play in this first half. Moriarty with the ball. Looks like they're trying to set up a play. And Isaiah Quintana near the free throw line gives the ball up to Brown. Brown makes a move from the corner, and he is able to get a left-handed jumper in. 32-25, 15 seconds left. And Toppers were not able to get a shot off late. And making his move now is Fresquez. Now he's going to throw the ball into the corner to Frazier, and Frazier gives it up to Nico Garcia. Coming down with the ball are Archuleta and Graham. They fight it out, but the buzzer sounds. 32-25 in favor of the Toppers. This is the district debut for both of these teams. Moriarty, both teams actually coming in off of victories. Moriarty knocked off East Mountain last week, and the Toppers winning 2, one over Aztec, one over Maya Mura, both on the road. After tonight, the Pintos will take on the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. That is going to be in Moriarty. That is going to be on Friday night. And then they will also be home again on February 1st, facing the Taos Tigers. So for the Toppers, winners of 2 straight coming in, and with the lead at the break. After tonight, 3 road non-district games at Rio Rancho, at Valencia, and at Bernalillo. So 3 pretty formidable opponents. And then they'll be on the road for their second district contest. That'll be February 1st. And they will take on the Espanola Valley Sun Devils 2 days later. After that, they will take on the Taos Tigers here at Griffith Gymnasium. So like I said, the Toppers have had some shakeup. 3-9 to start the season. And then had a coaching change and did also lose some players off the roster, but have won 2 straight. And looking fairly good so far. Actually, Toppers have been able to move the ball pretty well, have been able to run the floor pretty well. So not a bad showing for Los Alamos in that regard. However, especially in that first quarter, the Pintos just dominated the boards. So we'll see if they can continue. The Toppers played the second quarter about even on the boards with the Pintos, and actually Luke Archuleta was able to pick up a couple of big offensive rebounds early in that second quarter that led to buckets, then helped the Toppers get a little space between them and the Pintos. So both teams in the locker room and talking things over, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes before we take a little break for the half. Want to give a shout out to our good friend Gary Hofek, and Gary, a Topper super fan, and he is listening in tonight. Thanks, Gary, for joining us for Topper basketball. Really appreciate you listening in, and of course, we appreciate all of our great listeners here on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes to bring you the second half of play. I'm Mike Mays. Stick around. And welcome back to Griffith Gymnasium. Just about to get ready for the second half of this contest between the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers and the Moriarty Fightin' Pintos. Toppers up by 7 at the break, 32-25. Pretty back and forth game, pretty high-paced game in that first half, but Los Alamos able to make some big buckets. Ended up with 16 points in that second quarter, and Moriarty ended up with coming up with just 9 points. So Toppers hoping to keep a good thing going here. Toppers looking for their third straight victory in this of the season under DJ Bustos, the head coach for now. And the Pintos trying to get something going here in this District 2 4A opener. Both these teams will be taking on the Espanola Valley Sun Devils in the near future. Very, very good team. And the Toppers will be heading down there on February the 1st. And getting going here. Toppers inbound the ball to start this third quarter. Mondragon with the ball near the timeline. Gets the ball in the corner over to Lan Frazier. Frazier had a couple of nice plays in that first half. Turnover goes back the other way to Moriarty. Moriarty quickly down the floor with a miss. Jordan Brown gets a rebound, but is knocked away from him underneath the basket. Moriarty will retain possession. The Pintos going right to left in this second half. The Toppers will be going left to right. And short jumper, a runner actually, from the lane that is off. And we're going to have a first foul of the second half. That is going to go to, let's see, that'll go to Ellie McCrane. That is his second personal foul. Just underway here in the third quarter. Quickly, bullet pass down to Archuleta. Archuleta went off of his thumbs, but stayed in bounds. But turnover goes back to Moriarty and a deep three. Aiden Pacheco on the left side. And that is good, 32-28. Pintos with some pressure, broken by Josiah Fresquez, and he finds Lan Frazier on the low block. Frazier goes in for two. 34-28 ball game. So nice quick pass underneath to Frazier for the bucket. Moriarty now with the ball, and a nice bounce pass across the lane from Jordan Brown to Ellie McCrane for 2 points for the Pintos. Pintos within 4. Lan Frazier in the corner. And Frazier got a bounce pass in the deep right corner. And he was able to rattle one home for 3. 37-30 ball game. So both teams have been very, very quick in this ball game. And ball knocked loose near the timeline, picked up by the Pintos. Skip pass, and then to the wing for a three-pointer. That is off. Rebound and a quick shot by McCrane is also off. Toppers coming back the other way. Garcia locked and loaded, but that one is off the back iron. Three-point attempt is no good. Baseball pass by the Pintos. That is over everybody's head. And turnover back to Los Alamos. Mondragon, Fresquez, Nico Garcia, Archuleta, and Lan Frazier on the floor for Los Alamos. Aiden Pacheco, Jordan Brown, Ellie McCrane, Jakeem Graham. Oh, and I think a mystery player for the Pintos on the floor. Yes, we have a mystery player. Number 24. And Frazier again on another baseline cut. Great pass from Josiah Fresquez. And again, Frazier, a couple of quick buckets here at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. 39-30, matching the biggest topper lead of the game. And then a quick turnover. Frazier knocked the ball away. Nobody down there against Ethan Mondragon. Casually puts in a 2-point bucket on the fast break attempt. 41-30. The Pintos want to talk things over. What a third quarter so far for Lan Frazier. A couple of nice drives from the baseline, and then that last bucket. So big, and a turnover as well that he forced a turnover. So a nice third quarter so far for Lan Frazier. 41-30, biggest topper lead of this game so far. And right now for the toppers, Frazier has 11 points, as does Josiah Fresquez. So two leading scorers in this ball game. 41-30. Pintos down by 11. Nice cut by Graham, and he lays it in for two. Jakeem Graham, big guy, and he moves very, very well without the ball. Nearly a turnover there by Los Alamos, but a throw into the corner, and that gets away from Frazier. And so it is a turnover. 4:20 remaining in this third quarter. Toppers up by 9. 41-32, and then a nice back cut again, but got a little too far under the basket. Three-pointer is up for Moriarty, and that is off. Aiden Pacheco taking that three-pointer. A great cut inside, and that was our mystery player. But a really, really nice move, but he just got a little too far under the basket, couldn't do anything with the ball. Moriarty retaining possession. Short jumper by McCrane is good. 41-34. Fourth point of the ball game for McCrane. And then nice move. Frazier gets the ball in the corner and then threw a bullet bounce pass to Archuleta underneath the basket. Archuleta lays it in for two, and then he took a little bit of an elbow to the ribs, it looked like, and wincing a little bit, but he's going to go to the free throw line for a three-point play. That's the 6th point of the night for Luke Archuleta, and the three-point free throw, and no good. 43-34, 3:40 remaining. As the Pintos trying to run the floor and then get a nice cut. Jordan Brown gets into the lane. Short jumper is off. Going for his own rebound. Could have been called for an over the back there. Three-pointer by Mondragon the other way. And that is off, but Archuleta crashing the board. He's going to get a foul. And they're going to give him a shooting foul.
Foul on number 10.
And that is going to go to Jordan Brown. That is Brown's second. Archuleta back to the free throw line. Was there, just missed a free throw. And his first in the of two foul shots this time is off.
And number 24, Ben McBride.
So gaggle of substitutions for Los Alamos. Coming on to the floor is Dylan Baca. And then McBride will come in if Archuleta makes this. And Archuleta wisely misses, so he can stay in the game a little bit longer as McBride ready to come in. McBride is the 6'6" senior for Los Alamos. And a three-pointer from the corner by, and just found out that young man's name. That is Abraham Tapia, who is not on my, oh, yes, he is. Anyway, he makes a three. Toppers back the other way. Luke Archuleta battling Jakeem Graham for a loose ball. It's going to be a jump ball, and that is going to, possession will stay with Los Alamos. McBride checks in for Archuleta with a nice showing here in this third quarter. 2:51 remaining, 43-37 in favor of Los Alamos. Nico Garcia in the corner now works it back out to Fresquez at the top of the key. Garcia then Pistol Pete's his way up for a three-pointer. Is off, and then coming back the other way is Moriarty. Nice move. And Evan Pacheco lays it in. Split two defenders and then went in with his left hand. That cuts it to a 4-point lead. We're going to have a foul on the floor. That against Moriarty. That'll be their third foul of the quarter. Choppers with the ball near half court, and we're going to have a timeout by DJ Bustos. And he's going to take a full timeout. 2:18 remaining. Toppers up by 4, 43-39. Had the lead as much as 11. The Pintos have bounced back, though, with a nice little run to get back into this ball game. Pintos coached by Caleb Encinas. And like I said, it's been a little rough go for the Fighting Pintos, but they do have plenty of size on their side and using it pretty well in the first half. Really had a very solid game on the boards. Neither team shooting particularly well tonight. Toppers, I think, shooting a little bit better than the Pintos are, but neither team exactly lighting it up from the floor. So for the Pintos, like I said, they lost 2 straight before a big win over East Mountain. East Mountain, actually, I think, which is in Albuquerque, actually might be the closest school to Moriarty. You have East Mountain, which is way off in the Albuquerque foothills. You got Manzano in that area. Then you got Edgewood and Moriarty and I think a couple of other spots there. But Moriarty draws from a lot of different places. Moriarty High School. Ball is the Toppers underneath their own basket. They're going to throw it all the way in the backcourt to Josiah Fresquez. 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Toppers up by 4. Toppers, not much of a hurry here, just throwing the ball mostly in the perimeter. Now Mondragon with a long three. That is off. A tip. Fresquez able to run the ball down and then tips it over to McBride. Did not catch it. Just tipped it over there. McBride able to put it in for 2. 45-39. 94 seconds remaining. And we're going to get a foul on Los Alamos. I think it's going to go to Mondragon, and that will be his third.
Foul was on number 11 of the Hilltoppers, Ethan Mondragon.
So third foul by Mondragon.
First team foul.
And minute 30 remaining. Toppers up by 6, 45-39. Nice give and go to McCrane. That coming from Jordan Brown. 4-point ball game, 45-41. Nice move without the basket once again. And Garcia throws a bullet to McBride. McBride can't hang on. Ball gets away from him. Moriarty picks up the loose ball, and then we're going to have a foul on Los Alamos with a minute 9 remaining. Glenn Frazier going to check back into the ball game. He's going to replace Josiah Fresquez. No, he will. Never mind. He will replace Mondragon. They change their mind on the topper bench. 1:09 remaining in the third quarter. Still anybody's ball game here. 4-point ball game. 45-41. Nice move to the basket. A miss initially, but McCrane is able to, on another second chance, able to put it in. 45-43, 2-point ball game. Under a minute left in the third quarter. McBride gets a short pass from Nico Garcia. Good interior pass. He lays it in, and he is fouled. 43 seconds remaining. So McBride will go to the free throw line. And that foul going to Ellie McCrane. That is his fourth. And he will sit down. And coming in is Jonathan Buchelman for the Pintos. Buchelman listed at 6'7". He is the tallest player on either team. And that free throw rather is good. 48-43. 35 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. And Brown trying to work against Josiah Fresquez. Fresquez cuts him off. Three-pointer by Moriarty is off. That rattles around. Fresquez with the rebound. 1-on-3 break. And he goes up and he's going to draw the foul. And that foul going to go to Evan Pacheco on the block as Josiah Fresquez elevates. That will put him at the free throw line shooting 2. 20 seconds remaining. 48-43 ball game.
That was the first personnel on Pacheco. The 15th
foul. A little bit of a delay here now. Fresquez gets the ball. And this will be his first of 2 foul shots. First one is up and good for Fresquez. He has got 12 points in this ball game. He's also playing with 3 personal fouls. So Fresquez, the leading scorer for either side in this game, as he goes up for his second, and his second bounces around and falls in. 50-43. 20 seconds remaining. We're not running the clock right now, and the officials saw that. So we're going to start things again. 19.2 seconds remaining. And we're going to reset the game clock to 20.5 seconds. And they're going to start things over, which is the correct setting on the clock. 7-point ball game, 50-43 in favor of the Toppers. Moriarty, looks like you're going to set up for one shot here at the end of this third quarter. 10 seconds remaining, and Pacheco with the ball, loses it momentarily. 5 seconds left, not much there and putting up kind of a crazy shot. And at the buzzer is Evan Pacheco. That is way off. High off the glass. And so that'll do it. So the Toppers up by 7 after 3 quarters of play. 50-43. And of course, we want to thank our sponsors as always. The Los Alamos Police Department, Los Alamos Fire Department, the Los Alamos Public Schools Credit Union, and the University of New Mexico at Los Alamos. So the Toppers coming up with 18 points in that quarter, and the Moriarty Pintos coming up with 18. So close ball game. The Toppers led by as many as 11 in that third quarter. Did that a couple of times, but Moriarty bounced back as she cut the lead all the way down to 4. before Los Alamos able to get some space back. Moriarty will inbound it to begin this fourth quarter. So Pacheco, Brown, Buchelman, Graham, and I'm not sure who the fifth player is for the Pintos. I'll try to pick that out, but Graham with the layup and the foul. So he'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play, and that one is off. 50-45 ball game just underway here in the fourth quarter. Toppers moving from a left to right here in this fourth quarter. And Fresquez in near the timeline, bounces it in to Archuleta near the free throw line. Now Garcia gets the ball on the right wing, and he is able to knock it in. Three-pointer, and we're going to have a foul on the shot away from the ball during the shot. They will count the bucket, 53-45. And that one's going to go to Luke Archuleta. That is his third. Again, that foul occurring away from the ball. Archuleta having a real nice game for himself. Moriarty with the ball, 7:05 remaining. Three-pointer is off, but Graham with a nice rebound. And the Pintos reset. Nice cut coming off the baseline by Aiden Pacheco, but he loses the ball. Now they're going to say he was fouled, and then he's going to get fouled by Garcia. I thought he just lost the ball. I didn't see much contact there. But in any event, that is Garcia's first. That is the third Topper team foul of the quarter. And shooting two will be Pacheco. He rattles his first one home. He'll get one more, 53-46 ball game, so we can cut this to 6. Pacheco can if he makes this one. And that free throw is off. Nice box out there by McBride. Got the ball in front of Jakeem Graham. Good body positioning there by McBride. 6:45 remaining. Josiah Fresquez now dishes it off in the corner. McBride nearly throws it away, but Mondragon able to pick the ball up. And then a couple of blocks underneath the basket by Buchelman. One on Mondragon, one on Luke Archuleta. So the big wingspan of Buchelman pays off. A couple of straight blocks there for him. 6:30 remaining. Toppers will retain possession, however. 53-46, 7-point ball game. Under 6.5 to play. And Archuleta is being harassed near the free throw line, and then off the window. Three-pointer, Josiah Fresquez. Off the glass for 3. And that gives the Toppers a double-digit cushion with 6 minutes remaining. Buchelman underneath, and he leans in. He's going to lean in on Luke Archuleta, and Archuleta is going to be called for the foul. DJ Bustos, the Topper coach, does not like the call. That was a little touchy, but in any event, that will be Luke's 4th personal foul. And Buchelman at the free throw line. His first shot is good. As Luke Archuleta will sit down in favor of Lan Frazier. 56-47. Buchelman's got one more shot, and his shot is also good. His second shot. Lead is 8 points for Los Alamos with under 6, and then they throw the ball away. And Aiden Pacheco, he gets a steal. He goes in for a layup on the left side, uncontested, and he could not get it in. Ball goes out of bounds. It goes back to Los Alamos. Missed opportunity for the Pintos. Then McBride on an alley-oop can't find the handle. Pintos back the other way, going right to left. Aiden Pacheco for three is off. McBride with the rebound. Toppers running the floor. Now Nico Garcia wisely going to slow the ball down. Well, that was momentary as he puts in a three, and that is off. Nico Garcia, the definition of shooting from the hip, very literally. And Moriarty underneath the basket, Brown, and he's going to get the ball knocked out of bounds at the 5:01 mark. Moriarty will retain possession. That knocked out of bounds by Land Frazier, 56-48. So Moriarty with a big opportunity here on this possession. And they throw it away. Fresquez with the interception. Down to Mondragon. Mondragon with the layup on the other end, and that is good. Fresquez just stepped into the lane, right into the passing lane, intercepts the pass. Mondragon takes off like a shot immediately on the other side. And a baseball pass down to Mondragon. He lays it in uncontested. 58-48 ball game. And the Pintos want to discuss the matter. And a huge missed opportunity for the Pintos. The Toppers taking advantage. And big defensive play by Josiah Fresquez. And a nice finish by Ethan Mondragon on the other side. This is a full timeout for the Pintos. And you, of course, are listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel and your coverage of Hilltopper boys basketball. Exciting contest. The Pintos have had a chance to really dig in and chip away at this lead, but Los Alamos has countered every single time here in the second half. Both teams break huddle. 4:48 remaining. And the Pintos will have the ball under their own basket. No pressure being put on by Los Alamos. 10-point lead for the Toppers. And another big possession for Moriarty. And Land Frazier nearly knocked it away. And then nearly thrown away by Moriarty. So Toppers nearly forcing a pair of turnovers. Instead, possession will stay with Moriarty on the far sideline. And Graham looking for some way to throw, and Frazier nearly knocked it away again. Finally, the ball gets the ball underneath of Jordan Brown. Jordan Brown wide open for the layup, and he missed it. 4:20 remaining. Another blown opportunity by the Pintos. Pintos had a couple of wide open shots. Josiah Fresquez in the corner, daring McCrane to come out after him. He goes right by McCrane and into the lane, but before he can do anything, we're going to have a timeout by Los Alamos. That'll be a 30-second timeout. 4:08 left. 10-point lead in this ball game. So Toppers another bucket or two, and they can almost call this one good at about the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. And should they be able to hang on, we'll go to 1-0 in a district play. And like I said, they've got 3 non-district games on the road back to back coming up in 3 straight nights. Oh, excuse me. No, tomorrow they'll be at Rio Rancho. The following night they'll be at Valencia. And then on the 30th, they will be at Bernalillo. And before they get back into district play, long pass, and that's going to go out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Moriarty. 4:07, no time running off the clock. Finally, Fresquez gets the ball in right at the halfway mark. He steps over the timeline. Toppers up by 10. Big possession here for Los Alamos. McBride with the ball near the free throw line. Actually had an open shot, but passed it up. Toppers trying to burn some clock here and doing it pretty well. Just a little keep away here by Los Alamos near the timeline. Fresquez with the ball. On him for the Pintos is Evan Pacheco. Now Mondragon with the ball and then gonna reverse it back the other way. Oh, nice cut inside by Garcia. Garcia goes up against Jakeem Graham and draws contact. That's gonna go that is gonna go personal foul will go to Jakeem Graham. That'll be his second. That's gonna send Garcia to the foul line to shoot two. Garcia's first shot is up and good. 11-point ball game in favor of Los Alamos. And Toppers up comfortably now. Moriarty has made a couple of runs on Los Alamos, but they've weathered them and they've come back to now lead by 12 points. That is their biggest advantage of the night, 60-48. And little pick and roll by Moriarty, but that is snuffed out. And then we're gonna have a throwaway by the Pintos. Turnover goes back to Los Alamos. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Ooh, dangerous pass picked up by Mondragon, nearly knocked away from him. But a 12-point lead. Garcia with the runner is off. He gets his own rebound and puts it back in for two. 62-48. Toppers up by 14. Under 2:40 remaining in this contest. Toppers in very, very good shape right now. And knocked away from McBride off of a pick and roll attempt. And now that ball knocked away again. Goes back to Moriarty, and they find Graham underneath the basket. Now the Toppers with a ill-advised baseball pass down the floor that goes out of bounds. 62-50 in favor of the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers. 2:12 remaining in this fourth quarter. Not quite a done deal yet, but the Pintos are going to need to get a spark here in a hurry, and that's not going to do it as Brown throws up a wild runner that barely catches iron, and that is rebounded by McBride under the basket. 2 minutes to go, and we're going to have an immediate foul. That's going to be on Aiden Pacheco.
Moriarty foul by number 3, Aiden Pacheco. That's his first.
That'll be Pacheco's first foul. Second of the quarter for the Pintos. Pintos still have several fouls to give. Under 2 minutes remaining now. And that's going to get knocked out of bounds by McCrane. 62-50 ball game. Toppers will inbound it on their own side. Throw it into the backcourt to Josiah Fresquez. And Fresquez makes a move and gets the ball over the timeline, then nearly throws it away. Brown was right there for the Pintos. We couldn't find the handle. 1:48 remaining. Toppers up by 12. And then a cut in by Josiah Fresquez, and he lays it in for two. Toppers up by 14, and that might be all for the Pintos tonight, as we have about 90 seconds remaining in this contest. Three-pointer high off the glass and good. That was Aiden Pacheco. He cuts the lead to 11, 1:20 remaining. See what the Pintos want to do here. Toppers going much faster, at much faster pace than I would have guessed, given the situation. but we're going to have a foul on the floor. It's going to go to McCrane. 11-point lead for Los Alamos, 1:16 remaining. As the pass again goes into the backcourt, McCrane back there. And working against Nico Garcia. Garcia throws up a runner, and that is off. Toppers really don't need to shoot here, and they've taken a couple of very quick shots last couple of possessions. And nice play by McBride on the defensive end. And DJ Bustos running and shouting at the official to give him a timeout, which he does. 55 seconds remaining. Bustos up there jumping in the air in front of the officials to get the timeout. And there's going to be a full timeout. I believe Toppers have 2 left. In any event, the Toppers in very good shape here. Up by 11 points. Looks like they're going to go on to their 3rd straight win for new coach DJ Bustos. And probably their most important win of the season, their district opener. A nice game by the Toppers. Toppers withstood a pretty one-sided affair, at least on the glass, as far as the glass was concerned in that first quarter. They weathered that storm. It's been fairly even on the glass since then. Los Alamos, Ben McBride with a couple of really nice rebounds here in this fourth quarter, including a beautiful box out. Luke Archuleta back in the ball game now, 55 seconds remaining as the Toppers break the press by Moriarty. Josiah Fresquez with the ball, and he's going to get fouled intentionally with 45 seconds remaining. And I think that's going to go to Brown. And we're having a little bit of a discussion whether that's going to be intentional foul or not. It is not going to be an intentional foul. That is the 4th team foul. The Pintos have 1 more to give. And they will give it, well, trying to get it, but not doing so. Finally getting it is Evan Pacheco, 40.2 seconds remaining. And Toppers should be able to salt this one away with Fresquez at the free throw line.
23, Evan Pacheco. That is his second, but the 5th foul.
So the Toppers will move on to improve their record after tonight to 6-9. 3rd straight victory for Los Alamos as Fresquez's first free throw is good. And more importantly, we'll go to 1-0 in district, then have a game tomorrow night against Rio Rancho. So that is it's a big game for Los Alamos. And then they'll follow that up with a game on Thursday at Valencia. Toppers up by 13 and a turnover by the Pintos. Toppers are going to try to run out the clock. Let's see if the Pintos will let them. It doesn't look like they're in foul mode. And that should do it. With 15 seconds left, the Toppers will go on to win. Josiah just keeping the ball near the timeline. And that's a good thing, showing his little between the legs. And that'll do it. 66-53. The Toppers win this evening and go to 6-9 overall and 1-0 in district play. The Moriarty Pintos, good fight for the majority of this contest. Toppers got away from them a little bit in the late 3rd and early 4th quarters. The Pintos will drop to 5-9 on the season and open up the district season 0-6 1. So in 3 nights, the Pintos will take on the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. And then on February 1st, we'll take on the Taos Tigers. And that will be at Moriarty. So for the Toppers, like I said, a couple of three straight non-district road games. And then on February 1st, we'll meet up with the Sun Devils. That will be down at Edward Medina Gymnasium in the Valley. That's always a big game. That crowd will certainly be rocking. Nice game for the Toppers. They pick up a solid victory here tonight at Griffith Gymnasium and improve and to 6-9, 3 straight wins for Coach DJ Bustos.
Here at Griffith Gymnasium is
so that'll do it for tonight. So we want to thank everyone, Nate Limback and John McHale with all of the photography. Want to thank Charlene back at the studio, and she always keeps us on the right path. Of course, we want to thank Carol Clark, the fearless leader of the Los Alamos Daily Post, and one who lets us do all these games. And of course, we want to thank our sponsors, Los Alamos Police Department, Los Alamos Fire Department, the Los Alamos Public Schools Credit Union, and UNM-LA. Thank you so much for your continued support of Hilltopper Sport. Toppers win tonight over the Moriarty Pintos. And for all of us, this is Mike Mays from Griffith Gymnasium. Good evening.